Listen closely, my child. I do not come to condemn you. I come to lift you and show you that darkness must yield to the light I have placed in you. Let my gentle voice replace any condemning sentence or harsh memory replaying in your mind. Instead of condemnation, receive my promise. I'm the Eternal One, the same yesterday, today, and forever. With this assurance, you can step away from the shadows of your past and move toward the bright horizon I have set before you. I have already begun healing your inner wounds, drawing you away from bitterness. And though you may still feel the sting of old words or destructive actions done against you, know that I am pouring my refreshing presence over your life right now. As you lie in bed each evening, surrender those nagging anxieties that rob your peace. Instead of clinging to your worries, let me cradle your head on, just as a loving parent cradles a beloved child. I'm here to calm the storm in your thoughts and to remind you that no setback is permanent. When you place your trust in my unchanging goodness, the solitude you sometimes endure can be lifted. The sense of isolation does not have the power to overwhelm you any longer, because my love envelops your heart, silencing every fear and wiping away every tear. Stay still, close your eyes, and drink in the fragrance of this eternal bond we share. Recognize that my presence purifies you, shelters you, and dissolves the grip of despair. My wisdom will guide you at each intersection of your journey. You have encountered false friends who scoffed at my ways, who scorned genuine faith in favor of fleeting gains. But I am opening your eyes so you can see yourself the way I see you. A precious creation, worth more than any treasure on earth. You are beginning to understand how deeply you matter to me. When others received my blessings and forgot my name, you stood firm, returning to my presence with a grateful heart. This trust that you show pleases me more than any words alone. Your loyal heart radiates a beauty that transcends superficial expressions. The sincerity of your devotion moves me. You see, my child, faithfulness is a treasure. A heart that remains steadfast in the face of disappointment shines brightly in my sight. You are learning to walk in that unwavering commitment. Each day I see your determination to come to me, to open your soul and to cling to my promises, even when you cannot see the solutions you yearn for. You're stepping onto a pathway of supernatural grace, where I can speak my plans over your future and reveal the victories I have prepared for you. Daily I fill your cup with living water. I speak over you with a nurturing love, and by these words, your spirit regains the vigor it needs. I have multiplied your days on this earth, so you will have ample time to see my glorious works unfold in your life. I anoint you with healing oil, renewing your strength from the inside out, restoring your vitality, so you can climb every mountain and descend into every valley with confidence. I'm nurturing patience in you, teaching you that sometimes you must move swiftly, and other times you must wait calmly. Listen carefully for my guidance in every season. When the storm rages and darkness tries to close in around you, stand firm. My spirit will be your guide, shining a light in the blackest night, carrying you safely through. Walk boldly, knowing that my presence is your refuge. As you pass people who are thirsting for hope, they will feel my power emanating from you. They might not have words for it, but they will sense the divine energy I have placed in your life. By my grace, your eyes will open to perceive yourself as I truly made you, wonderfully and uniquely, designed for a significant purpose. Let no insult from the envious define you, for I have already declared you mine. Their unkind words cannot approve the destiny I have planned, even if they try. You are like a sturdy vessel in my hands, molded through trials and refined by fire, now ready to be filled with my spirit. Many will be shocked by how resilient you are, but you and I both know that your strength is not an accident. It is shaped by my divine hand. Every word in this promise should fortify your heart and soothe your mind. The creator of galaxy is walked by your side. Wherever you go, I am there, Therefore, no terror can overthrow your courage. Anxiety and humidity no longer have a seat in your heart. I am with you. You can expect success in what I call you to do, because my favor is upon you. Let go of any self-doubt, and believe that my support is unwavering. Open your hands to receive the triumphs I have arranged just for you, and let each victory become a testimony of how perfect my love is. Nothing in creation can separate you from me. When you falter or when you feel distant, my love remains the same. When you stumble or make a poor choice, I remain ready to guide you back. My patience is far greater than you can grasp. In your darkest moments, I sought you out, inviting you to walk on the path of life, away from the illusions that promise quick escape, but lead to deeper sorrow. I have shown you a more excellent way. Perseverance grounded in faith. The life's trials test your endurance. Remember that every step you take and trust draws you nearer to remarkable blessings. I have counted your tears, sitting beside you and your grief, weeping with you as a true friend would, just so you would feel the assurance of my compassion. You are never alone in your battles, for I join you in every struggle, ready to exchange your weakness for my divine strength. My heavenly army stands guard around you, defending you even in moments you do not see. With time, I will open your spiritual eyes, letting you witness the unseen battles fought on your behalf. Yes, there have been many times when danger was averted. Without your knowledge, fatal accidents were stopped. Illnesses were kept from your door, and plots of the enemy were confounded and destroyed. Secure in the knowledge that I shield your loved ones as well, I desire that you and your entire household seek my face and trust me wholeheartedly, that you all might receive the fullness of my holy promises. Let your family know that every perceived loss or closed door can be a divine setup for a better future. If someone lost a job or a close friend, I want them to understand that I hold every outcome in my mighty hands. Nothing is random. I can bring good, even from situations that initially bring disappointment. Remind them everything has its purpose, and ultimately, the outcome will align with my good plans. For those who faithfully love me, inspire them to live with gratitude, offering praise, whether in good times or in challenging ones. See miracles begin to unfold when hearts are filled with thanksgiving and worship. Tell them not to worry, for my intention is to do them good. I have a special message for you today. Slow down and pay attention, because I want you to absorb every word. Let nothing distract you from my voice. Let no fleeting worrying or lingering fear drown out my invitation to a deeper connection. My compassion is vast, and I want you to feel the full comfort of my everlasting embrace, even as I assure you of my closeness. There is also a gentle correction I must give, for I love you too much to remain silent. Some things in your heart need to be addressed. When you release them to me, blessings will multiply in your life. It is not my goal to cause shame or to push you away. Rather, I want to see you flourish with your soul, free from the burdens that hinder your growth. Hear me as I speak these truth-filled words, guiding you into a better future. My beloved, I see your heartfelt desire to trust and believe. But you must be vigilant about negativity sneaking into your thoughts. The seeds of complaint and pessimism can choke your precious faith, robbing you of the miracles you are destined to see. Do not let an ungrateful spirit weigh down your heart. If you notice yourself sliding into cynicism, stop and bring those thoughts to me. Let me uproot them. Let me fill you with hope. Surround yourself with wise companions who encourage you in truth, not those who plant doubt or stir discord. Decide today to believe my word, or risk missing the wonders I am ready to release. In your life, choose faith, not complaint. Choose hope, not despair. This is my invitation for you to break through into new levels of grace and favor. If you let go of bitterness, if you embrace hope and persist in faith, you will witness astonishing transformations. You will see blessings flow in your finances, in your relationships and your health, and in your innermost sense of purpose. I want your home to be filled with my goodness, peace, unity, joy, and for your heart to overflow with my presence. You are my cherished child. Wrap yourself in my promises, like a warm blanket on a cold day. Let your soul find rest in my truth, for I am stable and unchanging. I will not leave you empty-handed or vulnerable. In your hour of need, release your frustrations. Take my hand, and let me guide you toward a season of flourishing. I watched over you last night as you tossed and turned, wrestling with your own thoughts. I noticed how memories of past wounds surfaced, how questions about the future made your mind race. Yet despite the swirl of emotions, I also saw the moments you thought of me with quiet reverence. Never underestimate how deeply it touches my heart when you remember me even in your weariness. It shows me that your love stands firm, and that you long for my presence above all else. Yes, I delight in seeing you succeed, but I cherish even more the unwavering faith you display, trusting that I am here and caring for you with a love that never fails. I see the boldness of your faith, a flame that has survived life's storms. It's not just a decoration, nor a fancy phrase painted on a wall. Your faith is a living fire, consuming fears, refining your character, breaking down barriers, and inspiring others to hope as well. It's a powerful force that can warm the coldest hearts and bring relief to those in pain. My word is the matchless strength behind it all. I have entrusted you with authority to rise up against darkness, to stand firm when trials appear. Through this faith, you embrace the permanence of my love, which holds you steady no matter what. Chaos surrounds you. As sure as the morning sun rises, so does my compassion for you. There is no place you can go where I will not be there to shield you. No depth of sorrow I will not reach into to lift you up. My love for you is unbreakable, unstoppable, and immeasurable. Rest in that truth, for it will never change. When life overwhelms you and your energy fades, I will be your refreshing breath. When the path seems unclear, I will be your compass. When you encounter rejection, I will be your solace. Believe that I'm pouring my boundless grace into your life. I yearn for you to know the fullness of my devotion, for my longing is to have you close. Yes, I ask for your devotion in return. Surrender your heart to me, hold tightly to my commandments, and walk forward on this path of faith and blessing. I've placed the solution to your worries before you. Look into my word and you will uncover hidden treasure. For every challenge you might face, in my eternal promises, you hold the key to unlocking supernatural victories, not just for yourself but for future generations, who will look upon your life as a radiant testimony of divine favor. You are under my protection, hidden beneath the shadow of my wings. Your family will experience my covering, as I am a trustworthy fortress for those who take refuge in me. Understand, my child, I have accompanied you through yesterday's struggles. I stand with you today, and I will remain by your side tomorrow, and every day thereafter. There will be moments when I urge you to rest. In a hectic world, your body and spirit crave a pause. I want you to honor the temple I formed in you, to step away from distractions, and replenish your strength by lingering in my presence. Close your ears to the noise of constant demands, and open your heart to my voice, which is gentle and healing. I'm proud of you for the consistency of your devotion. Never think I fail to see the quiet minutes you devote each day to prayer, to reading scripture, to simply letting your soul whisper praises to me. These moments are seeds that grow into an abundant harvest of peace and closeness to my heart. You will find my spirit flowing through you, restoring the confidence you need to stand tall. No matter the criticisms or judgments you face from those around you, you have grown in wisdom. You no longer lose heart at the careless opinions of others, and you are free from the snare of needing everyone's approval. You have learned to cling to me, your heavenly Father for true identity. Yet there are those who watch from the sidelines, green with envy, astonished by the blessings unfolding in your life. They might hurl gossip or judgments your way, but you remain unshaken, for you know who stands behind you, and all-powerful God who sees your sincere heart. If they attempt to bring confusion or destruction, let me handle them. Do not repay evil with more evil. Instead, stand in the truth that I, the Lord, protect those who trust in me. I've seen your worst days, and I stayed by your side. And now that I see you blossoming in faith, do you think I would withdraw my hand? No, I will not. You have made one of the best decisions of your life, to entrust your path to me. I love you and your loved ones. Your household is safe in my care. Take a moment to reflect on how far we have come together, to think of my faithful provision. Even when you questioned whether I had forgotten your prayers, I was there, aligning circumstances and orchestrating solutions behind the scenes. Let this be an uncheckable assurance. You and your family are enveloped in my everlasting arms. How does it feel when I tell you I love you? When you realize that I'm fully aware of your innermost feelings, your fleeting thoughts, your silent tears. Let the realization that you are profoundly cherished stir joy within you. I want you to stand on the rock of my word, rather than on the shifting sands of your emotions. My word is truth and life. It is a stable anchor when the storms of doubt and fear rage. Even if your emotions fluctuate, my promises do not. Do not let any delay or uncertainty cause you to waver in your belief that I am working on your behalf. Turn away from any voice that contradicts my scripture, for the truth I speak is unchanging. Nothing shall separate you from my love. Yes, there will be seasons where it feels like enemy forces circle around, firing arrows of discouragement, confusion, or temptation. But I've already equipped you with the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of my spirit. These are not mere metaphors. They represent the mighty power I have granted you, power to resist the schemes that seek to bring you down. Remember my promise. I never abandon my beloved. With a single word, I can turn the tide of battle in your favor. The presence of my angelic armies ensures your protection in ways you cannot fully comprehend. Declare aloud your trust in me. Let the echoes of your faith resonate in the heavens. I respond to a heart filled with unwavering commitment. Know that even now angelic warriors gather around you, continuing to defend your life. They will not retreat until you fully emerge from these challenges triumphant, steady, and free. You may not see them with physical eyes, but their assistance is as real as the air you breathe. As you stand firm, know that I, the great I am, have sworn to bring my plans to completion for you. Breathe deeply, let the heaviness fall away, replaced by a reassuring calm that saturates your soul. Sometimes, I see you searching for words to explain what you feel. When my presence comes upon you with such gentleness, it is a profound reassurance that escapes precise description. Yet you know, it is more authentic than any fleeting feeling. Let this become your daily reality. The unwavering truth that I stand with you at all times. Whether you feel an emotional high or not, my commitment never falters. When loneliness threatens, whisper my name, and a tide of my love will rush into your heart, reviving and strengthening you. From the dawn's first light to the deep quiet of night, I watch over you with steadfast vigilance. Your season of waiting has been extended, and you have felt the strain of prolonged expectation. Yet you must understand that a remarkable blessing requires proper timing. In the slow process, your patience grows and your inner resolve matures. Notice how your faith has been tempered in the fires of adversity, becoming more robust and flexible. You have learned to keep standing when every voice around you said, "Give up," and here you are, prepared for the revelation of my glorious plan. Do not be disheartened by the delays. They are weaving together a wonderful result. that will surpass your hopes. Walk steadily, scaling the spiritual mountains that seem intimidating. At the summit you will behold my glory and gain fresh insight into my heart. There you will discover the depth of my kindness, not as a distant rumor but as a personal reality. You will see that I never removed my attention from you, never abandoned you to survive on your own. When silence seemed to prevail, I was working deeply, setting the perfect stage for the right moment. Your unwavering trust, your refusal to quit, has been a sweet offering in my sight. How my heart overflows with joy to see a child who believes, even when tangible evidence is lacking. There were days when it felt like I was not responding. Perhaps you suspected I was indifferent. But my beloved, I was never far off. My angels were deployed on your behalf, rearranging obstacles, deflecting hidden dangers. I was holding you so close that sometimes you could scarcely feel my presence. Like the air wrapped around you, you did not complain. Instead, you clung to me with sincere devotion, and that sincerity is precious to me. I delight in the child who stays close in faith, whether on the mountaintop or in the valley. I have a grand purpose for you. Your life is not a random occurrence, but a carefully planned mission. I see greatness in your spirit, kindness that reflects my compassion, resilience that mirrors my strength, and hope that points others to my grace. I long to bless you, to fill your days with meaningful pursuits, to give you a sense of genuine accomplishment. Through you I will bless your household and beyond. You will be a beacon of light, inspiring and uplifting those who cross your path. Watch how I guide you from one victory to the next. Continue striving forward, clearing any barrier that blocks the road to my promises. Let your journey model the perseverance and loyalty. Then inspire others to believe in me. Remain steadfast, refusing to back down. As you do, open your mouth to share the good news of my love. Speak to your family and friends about the wonders I have done and the wonders I will do. Invite them into this journey of faith, letting them discover how my power can transform their own hearts and circumstances. I will equip you with boldness and clarity so they can grasp the depths of my love. Keep working with diligence. Keep learning, remain hopeful. The period of passivity is over. Now is your moment to advance. Your blessings are about to manifest in ways that will reshape your life. The difficult seasons have prepared you to handle the new doors I will open. When my favor pours out, it will touch every aspect of your existence, bringing supernatural growth and strengthening your testimony. I will be glorified in your success, and people will marvel at what I have accomplished in you. My child, never underestimate my everlasting devotion. No power on earth can hinder my desire to bless you. Your future is safe in my hands, for I am the Supreme King who rules over all. Do not allow negative voices or rumors to unsettle your peace. Hurtful words do not define your worth. My love does. Dismiss anything that contradicts the compassion I have spoken over you. Dwell instead on my countless assurances. I formed you with a specific plan in mind, and I alone can speak your true identity into being. I know every dream you carry, the ones you nurture even in silence. Trust me to bring them to fruition. In the perfect moment, wrap yourself in my unchanging promises, and know that no one can nullify my decree to bless, protect, and guide you. Spend your time seeking my face and serving with an earnest heart. Devote moments to those you love, your family, your dearest friends, sharing laughter, tears, and truths that will bond you together. Pay attention to the people who have stood by you in adversity. Appreciate them and see how I have provided allies to walk alongside you. There are also those in need, individuals hungry for kindness, longing for a comforting presence. Offer them what I have poured into you: compassion, truth, and encouragement. As you extend love, you imitate me. Do not be alarmed if some reject your kindness or betray your trust. Remember, I also love those who walk away from me. Still I choose to shine my mercy on each soul. Do not cease to love. Your ability to care for others is a reflection of my own heart. Your strength and provision come from me, not from the unpredictable conduct of people who may or may not value your help. Keep your eyes on me. We are in this together, hand in hand. No danger can pry you from my grasp. I ask you to let go of fear, to place your confidence in my might and my desire to do you good. The enemy has repeatedly tried to derail your progress, but I have blocked him time and again. Though you walk through valleys of shadow, I stand guard, shining the light of hope on your path. Trust that I have established you on stable ground, free from the paralyzing grip of despair. Let me speak directly to your heart. Quiet yourself, my child. Push aside distractions just for a moment. Hear me say I love you. It is not just a sentimental statement. It is a binding covenant that I will not break. My love was forged in sacrifice, etched into eternity, and kept alive by an unshakable promise. No one can revoke it. Each star you see at night was set in the heavens to remind you of my creative power, my ability to scatter darkness, and my eagerness to guide you. The sun that warms your skin each day is a symbol of my radiant affection, driving away every chill of hopelessness. Receive these tokens of my care. They exist to remind you that you matter to me more than you can ever imagine. Each evening as you lay your head down, remember these truths. Surrender your anxieties into my hands. Breathe deeply and let my peace settle into your bones. With each sunrise, embrace the fresh mercy I pour out. Stand up. Face your day with the confidence that I am working. In every situation, I want you to thrive, to create, to smile, to live. Living is about more than merely existing. It is about connecting your heart to mine and finding fullness in every breath. My love supplies you with the vigor to overcome trials, the pause to sail through adversity. You may think of your future as uncertain, but I see it as perfectly orchestrated for good. Resist the temptation to define your identity by fleeting emotions instead. Anchor yourself in me, the one who sees past, present, and future with clarity. Remember my wonders of old, how I rescued my people from dire circumstances, how I parted seas that blocked their way, how I brought down walls that looked unbreakable. My power has not diminished. I'm the same God, strong and sovereign, able to move any obstacle before you believe it. And you will witness my mighty hand. Embrace patience as a weapon against anxiety. Let the knowledge of my faithfulness shape your every decision and every response. This waiting period refines you like gold, tested by fire, stripping away impurities and forming a more valuable version of yourself. I have big plans for your life, but you must cultivate the readiness required to handle them. I do not withhold blessings from you out of cruelty. I withhold them at times so you can grow and eventually flourish under their weight. Trust that I have not forgotten you. My timeline is deliberate and perfect. If I rush you, you might not be ready for the expansion. If I delay, it is because I am establishing something deeper within you. You must also realize that your triumphs and breakthroughs will inspire others to pursue righteousness. They will see a life marked by perseverance, how you found the strength to keep believing. Then you can share your testimony of a Father who never gives up on his children, a God who rescues, restores, and leads with unwavering kindness. Be open about your challenges. Show that you have scars and vulnerabilities, evidence of real battles fought. Yet let them see that grace triumphs silver affliction, that divine love mends even the deepest wounds. In so doing, you glorify me, pointing hearts to my eternal redemption story. I watch you and the quiet moments, cherishing every beat of your heart. Even your silent prayers are known to me. The tears you shed in secrecy have not gone unnoticed. I hold them in my hand, for each one is precious. Give me your secrets, your insecurities, your unresolved shame. Let me replace that hidden burden with the sure promise of my acceptance. I do not judge your worth by your past mistakes. I see you through the lens of mercy, clothed in garments of newness. Step boldly into that reality. Let it shape your thoughts about who you are and who you can become in my presence. Your calling is irrevocable. I have chosen you for a distinct purpose, one that no one else can fulfill exactly as you can. You do not have to compete or compare yourself with others. Weave your talents, experiences, and passions into the tapestry of my kingdom, trusting that each thread has significance. I will align opportunities so that your gifts can shine, and you will marvel at how link events to ensure you are in the right place at the right time. With me, coincidences do not exist. There are only precise orchestrations, revealing my grand design. Stand on this hope. Let it fuel your ambition and calm your fears. Look around and see my goodness already unfolding. If you open your eyes to the blessings in your life, gratitude will awaken a deeper awareness of my nearness. I'm the God who sees beyond tomorrow, who redeems your yesterdays, and who stands with you this very moment. Keep leaning on my guidance. Dismiss worrying that clouds your mind. Focus on the present and trust that I am paving roads through the wilderness. I have parted seas before and I will do it again. Keep your spirit ready, for you shall pass through these obstacles. And on the other side, you will raise songs of praise that declare my faithfulness. I see the quiet yearning in your heart, the deep longing that surfaces in the still hours of the night. You wonder if I will speak again, if my voice will calm the silent ache that sometimes weighs upon your soul. I want you to know I have never stopped speaking. Even when circumstances blur your spiritual sight, I'm here alive in every breath you take. I'm aware of each problem you face. Financial pressure, misunderstanding from loved ones, or the battle within your own thoughts. My power is not diminished by the trials you endure. My grace is not withheld when the night seems endless. I want you to approach me freely, holding nothing back. Surrender to me your hidden tears, your buried disappointments. In every unspoken fear, let them pour out before me, like a child unloading burdens onto a loving parent. The burdens you carry were never meant for you to bear alone. Place them in my hands and you will see how I transform heaviness into songs of hope and redemption. Even if you feel undeserving, remember my love is not a reward for your perfection. It is a gift I lavish upon you because you are precious to me. Feel the depth of my devotion. Sometimes you question whether I truly delight in you, especially when guilt or regret crawls into your mind. Yet I call you my own, my precious child. I see beyond your regrets and focus on the masterpiece I am forming in you. My kindness is limitless. If you ever feel like you have disappointed me, let me reassure you, I do not measure you by your failures. I see the potential planted deep inside your spirit, and I am committed to nourishing that divine seed until it blossoms. Rest in the knowledge that you will not be defined by your past. Instead, you will be guided by the promise of an abundant future, shaped by my hand. I promise you your life story is still unfolding, and I have woven into it moments of joy and significance that you have yet to imagine. I understand that trusting can be difficult, especially when you have faced rejections or seeing your hopes trampled. The world can be harsh and people can be unpredictable, but I am steady. My faithfulness is your strong tower. If you look to me, you will see a Father who never tires of listening, who never hesitates to welcome you into his presence. Come boldly to me with every concern, every dream, and every aspiration that burns within you. There is nothing you could ask that is too big for me, nor is there anything so small that I would ignore it. I delight in your honest prayers, when you share your joys, your sorrows, and even your frustrations. All these expressions are part of a genuine relationship, and I treasure each moment you spend with me. In this communion, you will discover that I fill the empty spaces in your heart with lasting peace. Consider the magnitude of creation. Each star in the heavens has its place. Each galaxy follows a path I mapped out, long before you existed. Now if I care for the stars, setting them in cosmic order, how much more will I care for you, created in my own image? Your very heartbeat is significant in my sight. Even the delicate birds that soar across the sky do not escape my notice. And you are worth far more than me. I want you to realize, beyond any doubt, that you are deeply cherished. In moments of anxiety, choose to remember this truth. Let it counter every nagging fear that tries to convince you of your insignificance. Indeed, you are part of a grand design. Each day, an invitation to experience my presence and my power, working on your behalf. You may notice how life offers countless distractions, ongoing responsibilities, technological noise, relationships that demand attention. In the midst of such business, I encourage you to pause, take a moment to breathe deeply, and let my spirit minister to the depths of your soul. A single instant of sincere focus on me can realign your entire perspective. In the hush of that moment, my love becomes more tangible than the chaos around you. If you wonder how to find that sacred space, simply whisper my name, God. I need you. That call is enough to part the clouds of confusion, giving you clarity to see that I have always been near, gently tugging at your heart to draw closer. Let that be your practice, pausing throughout the day to acknowledge my presence. You will soon find your anxieties receding as faith rises, making room for joy and resilience to flourish. I also want you to embrace the courage to forgive. Forgiveness is not an act of weakness. It is a profound demonstration of trust in my justice and my mercy. When you release the bitterness you hold against others, or even against yourself, you open the door for my healing to flow unimpeded. Harboring resentment is like drinking poison, expecting it to harm someone else. It steals your peace, binds you to the very wounds you want to escape. Yet when you forgive you, let me transform your pain into wisdom and compassion. In that transformation, you step further into the likeness of my Son, who embodied love even on the cross. Do not fear that those who hurt you will get away with injustice. Trust my timing and my judgment. True forgiveness sets you free from the prison of your own anger, allowing my grace to flood into every broken place. It is in that grace you will find the strength to move forward, no longer chained to past defenses. You may question whether your prayers have true power, whether your simple words can reach my throne. I assure you they do. The prayers of my faithful children resonate in the halls of heaven. When you pray according to my will, mountains can be moved, storms can be calmed, and hearts can be changed. But remember, prayer is not a mechanical formula. It is a direct line of communication with me. I'm not a distant monarch who only values formal etiquette. I'm your Father who craves heartfelt conversation. Pour out your heart, and then allow me to speak in return. Sometimes my answers come swiftly. Other times they unfold gradually. Trust that I'm always responding, orchestrating circumstances to bring about the best outcome for you. You might not see it immediately, but if you hold on to faith, you will look back and realize that every delay had its purpose, every detour was part of my grand design to refine you and shape you for greater things. I invite you to gaze inward and see how I am molding your character. Challenges do not arise in your life without reason. They serve as stepping stones, each one taking you higher in faith, perseverance, and love. If you find yourself tested financially, it is because I want to show you that I am your provider. If relationships become strained, it is to teach you patience and empathy. If you are confronted with disappointment or failure, it is so you learn to find your worth in my unchanging promises. Rather than fleeting achievements, I do not delight in your struggles, but I can use them to shape you into a person of remarkable depth and grace. Keep walking, my child, for I walk alongside you. Let every trial become a testimony of my power to redeem and restore. Do not underestimate the power of words. With your mouth you can speak life or death. Healing or hurt. I urge you to speak with kindness. To let your words be vessels of comfort and truth. When you speak hope into the lives of others, you are extending my heart to them. Offer compliments freely, express gratitude often, and do not withhold encouragement from those who cross your path. Watch how your environment changes when you decide to bless rather than curse. Even in your most difficult days, choose to declare my promises over your situation. For instance, if you face a sickness, declare that by my stripes, healing is possible. If financial burdens weigh heavy, declare that I am your provider, and I will supply every need, according to my riches in glory. Your words aligned with my truth carry real power to transform hopelessness into expectation, and that expectation founded on my word will never disappoint. Have you ever noticed how children rely on their parents without question, fully expecting to be cared for? That is the type of childlike faith I encourage you to embrace with me. Dare to believe that I will provide what you need, even before you utter a request. When a child is hungry, they trust their mother or father to feed them. In the same way, when your soul hungers for comfort or direction, trust that I am already preparing the nourishment you require. Faith is not a denial of problems. It is an open door inviting me into those situations to demonstrate my power. Faith is stepping out on the waters of uncertainty, knowing I will catch you if you start to sink. This journey with me is a partnership. I have all the resources of heaven, and you bring your humble willingness to receive. Once you see the beauty of that partnership, your heart will overflow with gratitude. Gratitude in turn ushers in my presence, multiplying blessings in every sphere of your life. Take a moment to reflect on your past. Yes, you have suffered heartbreak, and you have faced disappointments that seemed insurmountable. But you also have testimonies. Remember the time you thought there was no solution, and I made a way. Reflect on how I carried you through a season that you now realize was pivotal for your growth. See how every trial held a lesson. Every setback was an invitation to lean more deeply on me. These memories are not mere nostalgia. They are anchors of faith, reminding you that I have been faithful before, and I will be faithful again. The same God who parted seas, who calmed storms, who fed multitudes, is present in your life, longing to display that same miraculous power. When doubt threatens, look back and remember what I have already done. Allow that remembrance to fuel your confidence in what I can do today and in the days to come. Know that I also delight in seeing you rest. The world sometimes makes you feel as though you must constantly prove your worth by ceaseless activity. But I designed you for rhythms of work and rest, for moments of quiet reflection and times of joyful engagement. When you rest in me, you demonstrate your trust that I am sovereign, that the world does not spin on your efforts alone. In your rest you will find renewal. Your creativity will bloom, your heart will soften, and your ears will open to my gentle whispers. Give yourself permission to pause, to simply be with me. Read my word, pray, or just sit in silent wonder at the greatness of creation. These intervals are not wasted. They are crucial for sustaining a vibrant, faith-filled life. I'm not merely your God in times of crisis. I'm also the God of your peaceful evenings and your quiet mornings, wanting to share intimate fellowship with you in the serene intervals of each day. Sometimes, my child, your heart harbors regrets, imagining what might have been if certain choices had been different. But I invite you to surrender your past to me. I can weave every choice, every misstep into something redemptive. Even your failures can become vessels of my grace, teaching you and others about my unconditional love. Do not cling to the notion that your mistakes render you unusable. On the contrary, I have a remarkable history of using broken people to accomplish my will. Through every regret, my grace becomes more apparent. No matter how winding your path has been, I can refashion it into a testimony that will inspire others to trust in my goodness. So lift up your head, let shame fall away. You're never too far gone, never too flawed to partake in my glorious plan. Open your heart, let the tears flow if needed, and then allow me to lift you into a new day, where my mercies are fresh and my love is steadfast. Be mindful of how you invest your days. Life is not guaranteed to last forever. Each morning is an opportunity to align your life with my will, to extend kindness, to speak truth, and associates of love that will bear fruit long after you are gone. Spend your time generously, giving of yourself to those who need encouragement or practical help. When you give, you reflect my nature, for I am the giver of every good gift. In serving others, you serve me, and you will find that you are never depleted. My provision for you is abundant, and as you pour out, I will refill you. There is no need to fear lack, for with me you will always have enough. Enough compassion, enough strength, enough wisdom to face each challenge. Make every day a new adventure of faith, confident that I walk each step with you. Keep your eyes open for moments of wonder, for I send reminders of my love in countless ways. A sunrise painting the sky with gold, a kind word offered by a stranger, or the sudden feeling of peace that washes over you in your distress. These are not random occurrences. They are fingerprints of my presence, gentle signals that you are not alone. Celebrate these small miracles. In acknowledging them, you cultivate a spirit of gratitude. Gratitude fortifies your heart against cynicism and despair. Remember, my precious one, that miracles are not always dramatic displays. Like parting seas, sometimes they are delicate signs that speak volumes to your spirit, encouraging you to persevere, to hope again, and to keep walking in love. As you continue your journey, be aware that trials will come. Do not be alarmed or think that you have fallen out of my favor. Trials refine your faith, proving its authenticity and helping you grow in resilience. You may feel pressed on all sides, but you will not be crushed. You may feel perplexed, but you will never be forsaken. In the furnace of adversity, the impurities of doubt and fear are burned away, leaving behind a more resilient faith that shines brightly in a dark world. People will notice the transformation, how you navigate challenges with serenity and dignity. In your endurance, they will see my sustaining power at work. Therefore, take heart. The fire of testing is not to destroy you, but to reveal the treasure within. You were created to thrive in community, not in isolation. I place people in your life, family, friends, colleagues, because you need each other. And yes, relationships can be messy and complicated, but remember that I designed you to love and be loved, to share burdens and to celebrate joys. Community is a living tapestry, woven from threads of varied experiences, personalities, and backgrounds. Engage in this tapestry wholeheartedly, even when misunderstandings arise. Offer patience. Seek to understand before seeking to be understood. And forgive as you have been forgiven. Through these interactions, you learn humility, kindness, and gentleness. Fruits that flourish when you abide in me. When hurt happens, come to me first. Let me heal the wounds, so that bitterness does not take root. Then return to your relationships with compassion. In unity you reflect my triune nature. 3 and 1, bound by love that knows no end. Keep your spirit pliable, open to the leading of my Holy Spirit. I might need you to step out in faith, to do something you feel unprepared for. Perhaps I will ask you to speak an encouraging word to a stranger, or to extend help to someone who cannot repay you. These small acts of obedience done in love shift spiritual atmospheres. My spirit within you is powerful, equipping you for acts that resonate with eternal significance. If you sense that interprompting, do not ignore it. Even if you are uncertain, trust that I will guide you. I rarely call the qualified. Instead, I qualify the called. Your willingness is what I need to open doors, to bring hope where there was none, and to let my light shine in unexpected places. Faith blossoms when you take the first step, trusting that I will supply the courage and resources you need. Let me remind you of your inheritance, the spiritual authority you have as my child. You are not powerless against adversity. I have given you weapons of prayer, worship, and my word, to stand firm against forces that would discourage or deceive you. Do not underestimate the potency of a prayer offered in faith, the clarity that comes from a mind renewed by Scripture, or the breakthrough that arises from heartfelt worship. These are not rituals. They are real avenues of transformation. When you worship, you shift your gaze from earthly problems to my grandeur. When you pray, you link arms with my power, inviting my intervention in the physical world. When you meditate on my word, you anchor yourself in timeless truth, unmoved by the fluctuations of culture or opinion. Embrace these tools and watch how your inner fortitude grows, how fear loses its grip, and how hope takes root. Consider the example of my son Jesus. He walked to the earth to reveal my heart, extending compassion to the hurting, challenging the self-righteous, and restoring the broken. His story is the ultimate demonstration of love, weighing down his life so you could be reconciled to me. When you feel unworthy, look at the cross and see the measure of my affection. I withheld nothing, so that you could be brought into my family. When you feel alone, remember that he understands every pain, every temptation, every hardship. He experienced sorrow and betrayal, yet remained pure in heart, praying for those who persecuted him. Let his life inspire you to love bravely, to forgive even when it cost you, and to live in a way that invites others to taste and see that I am good. Follow his footsteps, and you will find yourself walking deeper into the light of my presence. Beloved, you have a destiny that extends beyond your immediate surroundings. My plans for you ripple outward, touching lives you may never realize. Even a single act of love can ignite a chain reaction, reaching distant hearts that you do not see. That is why I call you to live intentionally, mindful that every step can be a seed, planted in fertile soil. Be patient in sowing. Sometimes harvest is not immediate, but every seed of kindness, faith, and truth will bring a harvest in due time. If you do not give up, lay your head on your pillow each night, knowing you have loved well, served faithfully, and represented me with integrity. This is what it means to live fully in my kingdom, to let your life shine forth, pointing others to the wellspring of hope. Yes, the road can be arduous. You might feel misunderstood, or even mocked for your faith. But remember, your true validation comes from me, not from the changing opinions of others. Even if the entire world questions your motives, if I affirm you, that alone is enough. My blessing transcends human approval. Be bold yet humble, and wavering yet compassionate, standing on the truth without being harsh or condemning. Let your conduct be a testimony of love and action. This quiet steadfastness will speak volumes to those around you, more powerfully than any argument. They will notice the peace that envelops you, the joy that cannot be dimmed, and the hope that defies circumstances. In time, some will be drawn to the light you carry, asking about the source of such strength. Gently point them to me, and I will do the rest. Set your eyes on the eternal. The pains and pleasures of this world are temporary, but I have set eternity in your heart. Everything you achieve in love, everything you build on the foundation of my word, will endure forever. Do not allow fleeting disappointments or the allure of momentary gains to distract you from your greater calling. You're an ambassador of heaven, entrusted with the message of redemption and love. Though you live in this world, your citizenship is in my kingdom, where righteousness and peace flourish. Keep this perspective, and your soul will remain anchored, even when storms of change and conflict rage around you. Sometimes you're worrying about tomorrow, and sure of how your future will unfold. I remind you that tomorrow is in my hands today. Live faithfully. Be present in each moment, discerning how I want to use you right now. Embrace the opportunities before you. To comfort a friend, to share a meal with someone lonely, or to step out in a new endeavor that stretches your faith. Each act of love and courage blossoms into something beautiful. In my sight, yes. Plan and prepare, but do not let fear of the future rob you of the grace available today. Tomorrow belongs to me, and I am already there, preparing good works for you to walk in. When you awake, my mercy will greet you like the morning light, ensuring that you have exactly what you need. Freeze challenge. Stay sensitive to my voice. I may speak through scripture, through a sermon, through the encouragement of a brother or sister in faith, or even through the quiet stirrings in your spirit. When you sense my direction, obey quickly, for delayed obedience can lead to missed opportunities. My paths may not always seem logical to the natural mind, but my wisdom surpasses human reasoning. Trust that I see the entire tapestry, while you only see a single thread. Surrender your need for total control, and let my spirit guide you. In that surrender, you will discover a newfound liberty, stepping into adventures that far exceed your own plans. Expect me to show up in surprising ways, turning ordinary events into moments of divine encounter. My child, take responsibility for the gifts I have given you. If you can sing, sing for my glory. If you can teach, teach with diligence and humility. If you can build with excellence. Each skill is entrusted to you for a divine purpose, to bless others, and to illuminate my goodness in the world. Do not bury your talents out of fear or procrastination. Sharpen them, cultivate them, and watch how I will multiply their impact. Your gifts are not just for personal gain. They are meant to be a channel of love to those around you. By using your abilities, you become a living extension of my grace. Let them see in your creativity a reflection of my infinite creativity, and in your perseverance, a reflection of my unwavering commitment. I see how diligently you labor, how often you push beyond your limits for the sake of your responsibilities. Sometimes you might feel overlooked, believing that your efforts go unnoticed. Take comfort. I see every act of devotion, every moment you choose integrity over compromise, every sacrifice you make to care for someone else. Even when no one applauds, I smile upon you in the fullness of time. I will reward every hidden investment of love, and every unseen battle you have bravely fought. My accounting is perfect. Not a single tear or prayer is wasted. Hold on to that perspective, and do not succumb to bitterness or self-pity. Rather, let my affirmation fuel your service, knowing that I who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Be aware that you carry influence. It might be with your children, your co-workers, your friends, or even strangers who observe you. Quietly use that influence responsibly, pointing others to truth and hope. Let them see patience, humility, and love guiding your decisions. You're a living letter, an open book, through which people can discover my character. Strive to represent me well, but also understand that when you fail, I'm ready to offer forgiveness and restoration. You do not need to hide your flaws. Acknowledging them honestly allows my grace to shine through your human weaknesses. This sincerity can draw people nearer to me, realizing that perfection is not the requirement. Willingness is. Let your life demonstrate that my power is indeed made perfect in weakness. Remember that your body is a vessel housing my spirit. It is precious, deserving of care and honor. Nourish yourself well, rest adequately, and treat your body as a reflection of my artistry. This does not mean obsessing over appearances. Rather, it means exercising wisdom and gratitude for the physical temple I have given you. The healthier you are, the more you can serve with vitality, the more you can embrace each day as a gift. When you abuse your body through neglect, stress, or harmful habit, you limit the fullness of life. I intend for you balance is key. Find time to work, to rest, to create, and to enjoy wholesome recreation. In the stewardship of your body and your daily rhythms, you honor the Creator who formed you with such care. I also want you to cultivate a heart of radical generosity. Generosity is not confined to monetary gifts. It is a lifestyle of open-handedness, a willingness to share time, resources, and encouragement. When you give, let it come from a place of love, non-obligation or fear. Listen for my prompting on when and how to give. Sometimes a simple meal or a meaningful conversation can be as valuable as great wealth. True generosity reflects my own heart, for I gave myself fully, so you could partake of eternal life. As you open your hand, you will see that I open the floodgates of heaven, replenishing you so you can continue to bless others. This virtuous cycle of giving and receiving fosters unity and breaks the chains of selfishness that hinder my work in the world. Even now I am soothing anxieties within you. You might be worried about how others perceive you, or whether you measure up to the standards set before you. But in my eyes you are beloved. My view of you is not tainted by the labels or judgments people may cast. Let my unconditional acceptance be your anchor. This frees you to live authentically, to take risks for the sake of good, and to remain stable. When criticism arises, people might misunderstand your motives or question your choices, but stand firm. If you know you are walking in my will, external approval becomes secondary. My approval is the foundation that will not crumble, for it is established in perfect righteousness. Keep your mind filled with my promises. Memorize them, meditate on them, and let them echo in your daily dialogue. My word is alive, sharper than any two-edged sword, capable of exposing the intents of the heart and guiding you on a path of wisdom. When confusion tries to cloud your reasoning, my word will clarify your perspective. When fear paralyzes you, my word will empower you with courage. When temptation tries to seduce you, my word will remind you of your true identity as a child of light. Practice reciting my promises when you awake, as you go about your responsibilities, and when you retire at night. This habit will reshape your inner landscape, keeping you rooted in my truth. Despite the ever-changing voices in society, I want to remind you your worth is absolute, not determined by your performance, whether you succeed or stumble. My love for you remains unchanged. This confidence in my unwavering love should ignite hope within you, a hope that stands even when all else fails. Cling to it with determination. If you have moments of weakness or relapse into doubt, do not be ashamed to come back. My arms remain open. The Christian walk is not a straight line to perfection. It is a journey marked by growth, humility, and countless new beginnings. Every time you return, you find me waiting, ready to pour out mercy and celebrate your progress. That is the essence of my grace, a love that nothing can quench. Learn to silence the condemning voice inside your head, the one that whispers you are not good enough, not holy enough, not strong enough. That voice is not mine. My voice calls you by name, reminding you that I have redeemed you, set you apart, and placed my spirit within you. Yes, you have weaknesses, but my power excels in them. I do not require that you be flawless. I only require that you remain pliable in my hands. As a potter works with clay, I shape you. You need only yield to my touch, allowing me to sculpt you into a vessel of honor. Do not rebel in the molding process, for I know exactly how much pressure to apply. You're safe in my hands, no matter how intense the shaping feels. Also, do not discount the beauty of small acts of love. A gentle smile, a reassuring pat on the shoulder, a text message that says, "I'm thinking of you." These are little seeds that can sprout into mighty trees of blessing. Pay attention to the people I place in your path daily. They are not random encounters. Many are divine appointments. Perhaps you have exactly what they need. A listening irredeemly prayer or an encouraging word. Do not wait for someone else to show compassion. You be that person, and I will multiply the effect of your kindness. Your simple obedience might spark transformations you cannot even fathom, lighting a spark of hope in a soul ready to give up. Your trials, triumphs, and transformations form a story unique to you. Share this story. There is power in your testimony. You might think your experiences are too ordinary, or too filled with mistakes to be of any worth. But I assure you someone needs to hear exactly what you have gone through, and how I have carried you. Do not hide your breakthroughs, no matter how small they seem. Your journey could be the bridge that leads another person out of despair. Be bold enough to speak openly about how I have come through. For you, those who listen will realize that I am not just a concept or a distant deity. I'm a loving God who intervenes in real lives, including theirs. Let your story be a living testament to my faithfulness and my power to change lives. As you grow in understanding who you are in me, you will also grow in boldness. Temptation will come, but you will resist because you know your identity. But you will persevere because you trust my promises. Disappointments will arise, but you will remain hopeful because your joy is anchored in my unchanging nature. In this process, do not be afraid to dream big. I place those dreams in you for a reason. Surrender them to me, allow me to refine them, and then pursue them with courage. Watch as I align resources, people, and timing in ways that surpass human logic. Miracles will become your expectation, not a rare occurrence. Finally, my beloved child, receive these words with faith and gladness. I speak them out of my immeasurable love for you, a love I have proven time and again. As you finish reading, let your heart be buoyed by hope. There is nothing too broken for me to restore, no dream too lofty for me to bring to fruition, and no valley too deep for my presence to penetrate. Stand firm in the knowledge that you are deeply loved, constantly guided, and eternally secured in my hands. I am with you in the morning and in the evening, through laughter and tears, in triumph and defeat. My covenant with you is everlasting, upheld by my steadfast nature. Therefore, walk boldly into each day, shining the light I have placed within you. Take these divine truths and let them shape your thoughts, your language, and your actions. You are not alone, and you never will be. For my name is Emmanuel, God with you. If ever you feel your faith waning, reread these promises and let them rekindle the flame of belief in your soul. Your life is a gift I have given you, meant to be lived with passion, purpose, and a spirit of wonder at my unending grace. Go forth testifying to my goodness in every corner of your existence, assured that my love will forever sustain you. And now, beloved, if these words have uplifted you, if they have restored your hope, then share this message, so others may also experience my encouragement. Let us spread light together, widening the circle of faith and comfort. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, so you can stay connected and continue growing in my divine truth. By doing this, you become a vessel, carrying the gentle warmth of my love to those who are searching. Receive my blessing. Walk in peace, and remember always I am with you, holding you close to my heart now and forever. Amen.